There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
Hey, what is up all my social distancing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video. This is my second time trying to film this video because I looked down about midway through of previously recording this and I noticed that my mic was muted, so I didn't want to have a Jackie Ina moment with all this craziness with my camera going on, so I'm refilming everything. In this video, we're going to be discussing a whole bunch of drama with instant influencer James Charles' new show that's going to be debuting at the end of the month, as well as some drama that happened over on TikTok with James Charles and another really huge TikTok influencer, because you guys know that James Charles is collabing with a whole bunch of these people from TikTok now. So if you are here for that, please stay tuned to this video. You guys, I know I'm a couple days late on this. Literally the past 2 days I have had the worst headache and it's all because of allergies. I'm trying to hang in there. I just do not feel that great. So if it reads in my voice, I apologize in advance. So let's just jump right into this. So all of you know, April 1st every year is April Fool's Day. Some people like to pull practical jokes on one another. Some are a lot less tasteful and funny than others. And recently, this past April Fool's Day, a lot of TikTokers decided that they were going to make jokes or come out of the closet as bisexual. And we're going to get into how I feel about that here in a moment. But James Charles actually took time to speak on the situation because there's a huge TikTok influencer with like 2.2 million followers over on TikTok by the name of Zach Smitty that actually came out as bisexual on April 1st and then quickly retracted his previous statement. And James Charles kind of like called him out indirectly. I'm going to insert that really quickly here for you guys to see just what James Charles had to say about the situation, and then I'll be back with more commentary.
Hi you guys, James here. Hope everyone's safe and healthy. I just sat down for some dinner and wanted to log into TikTok for some quality mealtime entertainment. And I just looked at my For You page. And as you guys know, yesterday was April Fool's Day. Haha. And apparently several straight TikTok boys thought it would be hilarious and groundbreakingly funny to make April Fool's Day prank videos coming out of the closet. Yeah, they did. And I'm here to tell you it's not funny. You know why it's not funny? Because people in my community die for coming out of the closet. It is a very, very serious and hard thing that people in my community go through, and it is not something to make a joke out of just so you can get likes and get on the For You page on TikTok. I am all here for people on this app expressing themselves. I love that boys are painting their nails, wearing crop tops, even trying on makeup every once in a while. You know, I am even here sometimes for the James Charles memes because I can admit they are funny, but what I'm not here for is queerbaiting. It is ridiculous, it is harmful, you can get likes in other ways, and it is especially ridiculous because half of y'all making these videos have slid into my DMs at 3 in the morning and y'all know who you are. Cut it out.
I mean, I really have to give it up to James Charles here because there are a lot of people that really struggle with coming out of the closet. I myself, I never really had a problem with that, but I have many, many friends and many, many acquaintances, and I've saw just how hard it can be for people to actually come out with who they are and being comfortable in that. And some people do die from that. It's not to be taken lightly and made light of. And I myself understand why people would be upset by somebody saying, oh, well, I'm bisexual, and then making a total joke. Not only that, people know that the LGBTQ+ or saying you're gay or bi will get you clicks, will get you likes, and it will get you attention because people want to protect you. The description of the TikTok that James posted that you guys just watched said, I'm all here for self-expression, but the queer baiting on this app has to stop. Now, if you guys have ever been on TikTok, there is quite a bit of queer baiting that goes on over there. People pretending to be gay, pretending to be bi, all kinds of different stuff for attention. It's really gross if you think about it because it's you trying to cater to an audience that you really don't identify as. Like, it's totally fake. And in my opinion, it's just for views, likes, and clicks, and that's really gross. James Charles did start commenting back to people, and he said, this is not directed at any one person. A lot of people do this, and it has to stop. And I completely agree. Zach did go on to make a TikTok to follow this up because he apparently does have a YouTube channel as well. I'm going to blur this out for obvious reasons, but I'm going to put the TikTok in here for you guys to see.
Hello, everybody. I'm Zach, and I'm here to address the recent TikToks I made about coming out as bisexual on April 1st, even though I'm not bisexual. We live in a time where people are more accepting to blurring lines of gender. Me being a straight male, I like to experiment with makeup, and I also like to wear tight clothing, often deemed as too feminine for a male to wear. Some of you know that I like to push the narrative that clothing doesn't define someone's sexuality. I understand that I give off an androgynous vibe, and me being a straight male, I wholeheartedly support the LGBTQ+ community.
Now it's time to transition over to the trash part of this video, and I'm not going to trash anybody, but I'm just talking about trash Thomas Hobart, because he actually has a part in this. Now you guys know that James Charles does have his show debuting at the end of the month. It's called Instant Influencer, where 6 people are going to battle it out to win a cash prize and to basically win the backing of James Charles in his social media platform and a whole bunch of different stuff, you guys. So I know initially James Charles got a lot of heat for this because the diversity. This is not about that. I have my own opinions of that. I'm gonna just wait until the show comes out and then we're gonna see what really happens. But someone tweeted at Thomas Hobart and said, "Why weren't you picked? I don't understand." And Thomas quote tweeted this and quickly deleted it, but it said, "I was picked, LMAO. I just didn't sign the contract. I didn't feel safe or comfortable going on the show." And here's where it gets just a little bit messy. So you guys, Jake Yancey, if you don't know him, I love him so much. He just recently in the past couple of months hit 100,000 subscribers. You guys should definitely go check him out. He reports on all the drag queens, all the stuff, all the tea that goes into the drag community, and he's super funny. But he took a screen capture of this and tweeted it to James Charles and said, "Wait, hold on. So Thomas Beauty was picked for James Charles's competition but didn't like the contract. The contract must have been intense." James Charles replied to this and said, "Wait, no, LOL. He was not picked." And this is not a lie, honestly. In a minute, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this because it's not a lie. So, of course, Thomas, being the person that he is, he had to get the last word, and he had this to say. He said, "I literally have the email from your production team, though." So, I just want to say that this does not mean that Thomas Hobart was actually picked for this competition, because if you look here at number 1, it says, "Sign this NDA attached and send it back to me. It essentially promises us that you won't leak to the rest of the world that you're potentially being cast." So, potentially being cast and being casted are 2 totally different things. And in my opinion, this is Thomas Hobart trying to get attention where he is always trying to get attention. You guys know that Thomas Hobart is always one to try to cause drama, always one to try to insert his opinion where it's not wanted, needed, desired, or required. And we all know that Thomas Hobart already has a pretty big social media platform, and that it would not be fair for him to actually go on the show that James Charles is hosting, trying to give an audience to people that are not recognized, that are like micro influencers. And I have my own opinion about that because there is somebody on that show that has over 100,000 Instagram followers. So if you guys want to hear about that, let me know down below, and if I make a video when this instant influencer show comes out, I will include that part in my opinion on that as well. So T-Spill actually tweeted back to James Charles and said, "What's the tea?" And James responded to her and said, "There is no tea. Every TV show has several rounds of castings, and we had to whittle down thousands of entries into only 6. Many people were contacted and didn't make the final cut. Hopefully everyone tries again for season 2. So we already know that there's probably going to be a season 2 of Instant Influencer, and hopefully, for the love of God, they get it right. James Charles did go on to tweet out and say, "I stand corrected. I didn't know this happened. I knew your video was a joke and never would have allowed you on the show in the first place. The opportunity was for small influencers. Sorry for any confusion." I don't think that James would have allowed Thomas on the show anyway, because he knows what kind of drama and what kind of person Thomas Hobart is. That's just my personal opinion. I know that some people stand Thomas. I can't stand him myself. I can't stand, as Nosy Housefly would say. Hey, editing Dustin from the future here. T-Spill actually sent me this upon editing my video, and it is a tweet from Thomas Hobart saying, "Literally not a single strand of hatred for James Charles. Not trying to cause drama with him either. I made it clear they emailed me and I didn't go through with it. You have to have your head off the rails to think that's tea. Like literally, leave me out of your James Charles off fest. I know y'all love milking influencer scandals for money and attention. Please leave me out of this. Y'all have beaten that dead horse enough with me." And to Thomas, I have to say, you're the one that always causes drama. You always insert your opinion where it's not needed and nobody wants to hear it. And aside from that, wasn't that what you were doing when you were trying to drag Jeffrey and trying to destroy his career, and you quickly retracted what you had to say about it? Make that make sense, Thomas. Please, make that makes sense. But you guys, I would really like to know your thoughts and opinions on this whole entire ordeal. What do you think about James Charles calling out Zach Smitty over on TikTok for what he said and what he did on April Fool's Day? Because I think it's completely gross, and kudos to James for using his voice and using his platform for speaking on something that is very important, especially to me, somebody that is in the LGBTQ plus community. And what do you guys think about Thomas Hobart trying to drum up a little bit of drama? Because that's essentially what Thomas Hobart does. That's his only claim to fame anymore, because if he's not in drama, he's not getting attention, and that's rightfully what he deserves because he's such a messy ass person in my opinion. But you guys, I hope that you're all staying safe. I hope that you're all staying sane. I know that it's very trying times in the world right now, but aside from that, I hope you all have the most amazing day ever, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.